There we go. Now you can hear me. Still figuring this out. Make sure I'm not doubling up. That's muted. Okay, should be good. Hello, hello. So I've decided that I want to start posting more to LinkedIn and X, and I don't want to have to worry about remembering to post between them, right? And to cross post and copy and paste and stuff. And I was looking at, I could do like, there's an app called Buffer. I'll show you. Let's see, Buffer. Yeah, this one. So like, here's Buffer, right? Well, you can't see. Yeah, so supposedly with Buffer, you're able to just integrate it with your various social media profiles, and then you just post once, and it cross posts all over, and it can handle scheduling and stuff like that. And I mean, it's not super expensive. Like, this is free for 3 channels and 10 scheduled posts and whatever, and then it's only $5 a month. But I'm like, you know what? I bet I could build this with Replit. So we're gonna try it. So let me first let me make sure that this is working on my various channels here. Okay, so LinkedIn's working, X I think is working, and oh shoot, I see. I need to fix my YouTube to work here. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. Okay, so, and that one's working as well, I think. So, good enough. Let's do it. So here's where it gets fun. So I'm gonna grab my prompt here so something that I've been doing more often, which has been really useful, is I just use Super Whisper to like vocally brain dump my thoughts and ideas into ChatGPT, and then I ask it to convert it into a prompt for Replit, and then I come into Replit, drop it in here. Let's see if it'll let me actually improve this. It's not going to let me because it's whenever it like groups it. I don't think there's any way I can. Yeah, that's fine. So I can show you the prompt here. Basically, it's like build a minimal buffer-like cross poster for LinkedIn and X, and here's the goals, notes, tech, features, so on and so forth, right? So we'll just see how it goes here. And this is, I always love showing the very first prompt with Replit, because this is where it really shines in like how powerful this tool is. Just going from idea to like MVP is just so fast and so cheap. It's awesome. I'm gonna go ahead. I'll wait here. So it's designing a visual preview. And I'm also, something that I've learned here is to copy these. They give you this plan up ahead, and it doesn't build all of these features at the very beginning, and then the plan just like disappears. So I'm going to come to Notion, and there we go. Oh, wait for it. There we go. And then this one. Okay, my keyboard shortcuts are a little bit different when I'm in here, apparently. Jeez. No, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. There we go. So I'm just splitting these up. this is kind of annoying. Well, let's check on this so far. Yeah, so it's still designing the preview. So this is what it would look like, right? Have a dashboard. It'd show the recent posts, platform statuses, new post. That looks great. I'm just going to go ahead and approve that plan. I'll come back to this shortly. Man. The keyboard shortcuts are weird when I'm in here. I'm trying to just edit this text. There we go. Good enough. Okay. So check this out. So here you'll start seeing it populating writing the code, basically building the code base. So here's the plan. It gave us a visual preview of what this app is going to look like. And now it's going to go and build it. And this initial build process, from initial prompt to the first draft, interactive deployable live app, usually in my experience takes about 10 minutes. So, but let's see how it goes. I'm going to come check and make sure that my live streams are working here. Yeah, so we got, LinkedIn's seems to be working. YouTube seems to be working. And X seems to be working, I think. I'm not super familiar with how X works yet. So, see how to build with, yeah, whatever. All right. I wonder if, I think my X stream might be broken, but that's okay. Every once in a while it'll get, there it is. There it goes. Here we go. So now it's building out all of this code. So it just imported this React, I think it's what's called a component library, if I'm not mistaken. And my lack of coding knowledge and expertise is going to be very apparent here. I don't know the terminology for all of this. But you'll see, so it seems to start with this template. So it has all these UI components, these hooks, library, pages, app, this initial skeleton of the app seems to always be pretty much always be the same. And then it starts going in and building in so here's the auth utility, and here's the database schema. And it's just crazy to see. I like to think that I could learn to do this eventually after hundreds of hours of studying and practice. But I tried. In the past I have tried to learn how to code. And I enjoy the certain aspects of coding, and I enjoyed learning the little bit of code that I did. But just the time and effort and investment to get from idea to MVP was just so significant that I got discouraged every single time I attempted. I would have an app idea and I'd go and try to learn how to code or use a no-code builder. I tried to use Bubble once, and there was another one that I tried to use. I can't remember. AppyPie, I think is what it was called. And it just took so long and took so much time and effort to try to actually build something. And in February, I discovered Replit and built my first app. And in March, I quit my full-time job. I mean, okay, I didn't fully quit it. I pivoted into freelance and all that jazz, but like I really think that this is just so powerful, and I'm really excited about it. So I'm gonna let that keep running, and I'm gonna check here. Yeah, it looks like. Okay, it looks like my X stream did break somehow. So I'm not sure how that works. Vibe coding live with Replit buffer alternative. Tech. OBS. Okay. There you go. Okay, that looks good. Create broadcast. Okay. Interesting. I'm not sure what happened earlier. I started one, but yeah, okay, that seems to be working now. Sweet. Still learning how all that works, but I know I like the quote, like, if you had started building shit a year ago, you'd already be building gold now, or something like that. And so here I am building a lot of shit, and hopefully eventually I'll start be able to figure out how to produce some good stuff. So yeah, here we go. So it added the queue page, the landing page, the dashboard page, the composer page. And this is just a preview. They haven't connected this. I actually don't know exactly like where this preview code lives and how much it actually uses when building the actual app. But I mean, you look at the code that it's generating, it's just prolific, like how fast. I mean, so ChatGPT 5 is probably most people's first experience with this, where, you can just tell it to, go build something, and it'll go and build like a one-page HTML app with 300 to 500 lines of code, and they can see it generate all that code, which is amazing. Replit's built on the Claude, like Anthropic's Claude foundational model, and it uses primarily Sonnet 4.0. And what's cool though is because Replit is a full web development IDE, or I think it might not just be web development. I think it might just be development in general. IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. So basically everything that a developer needs to build an app all in one place. So they can integrate all of their, you need quite the different tech stack. You need the database and content management, and you need an authentication system, and then your code base, and way more building tools, and way more stuff than I even understand. But Replit initially was built as basically a full tech stack for a developer to build an app. And then when these LLMs and specifically the agentic AI started coming out, Replit integrated that into their app, so it gives the AI agent full access to the whole IDE, and allows it to take actions like adding new files and then populating the files with the code, and spinning up a database. I think it's primarily all done through the command line, I believe, is what the agent is actually doing. That it's taking all of these actions through the command line. And so like you can see here, yeah, so it's creating all of these different like code files, but you'll also be able to see it, make commands. Yeah, like here it is, like installing certain packages, and I don't even know what these are called. I think they're called packages or like dependencies or stuff like that. Yeah, and here you go, like integrating with I actually don't know how to say this. PostgreSQL, PostgreSQL, or PostgreSQL. I don't know. I know SQL. I know a little bit of that, and I know how this works, but I don't even know how to pronounce it. So, yeah, installing dependencies, integrating, and here it is, execute. Yeah, so this little icon is like a command line, like terminal command. So executing, I think this is the build. It's configuring the start application workflow. Like, it's just crazy. Like, it's so crazy. It's been 14 minutes so far, and we're just about there. Let's see how it goes. I'm just checking my streams to see if there's any comments. I doubt I'm going to get any comments anytime soon, but that's okay. I just don't want to leave anybody hanging. Okay, here we go. Here it is. I've built Buffer-like social media cross-posting application. Let's do it. So I'm going to sign in with Replit. Right on. Here we go. Here's my dashboard. Looks like there's some UX design issues a little bit here. It looks like it's not like fully loading, like it's getting stuck. Search posts. Yeah, it looks like there's just like some UI issues here. So that's okay. We'll mess with that later. Okay, so let's connect LinkedIn. Let's see how it works. Oop. Okay, I got an error when I tried to connect to LinkedIn. So here's what I'm gonna do. Well, actually, normally okay, let's do this. Here I am, and I'm gonna open up the command or the developer console, and I'm gonna click connect. Okay, you need to pass a client ID parameter, right? Okay, so here are my errors. And I actually still haven't figured out the best way to copy these. Copy console, there we go. Okay, and I'm gonna grab a screenshot, and I'm gonna open up a new agent chat, and I'm gonna say, I get an error when I click the, what was it called? Was it just connect? Yeah, LinkedIn connect button. Here's the console. Here are the errors in console. Well, I'm gonna say here's a console output. Please help me debug and fix this so that I can connect my LinkedIn profile to the app for posting. Let's just say that. Cool. So it just made a checkpoint to make it easy to roll back. So if it goes and tries to fix it and ends up breaking something or making things even worse or whatever, we get lost, we can just roll back here to bring it back to this point in the like lifespan of the code base, which is awesome. They didn't used to do this. Replit, I started using Replit about not even 6 months ago, and it's already come so far. It's gotten so much better so fast. It's amazing. Okay, here we go. So here it's asking for the client ID and the client secret. So I need to be careful not to like show you guys my private APIs, but let's see, app name. I don't know. It's called Social Pylon. Sure, whatever. Pylon. Wait, what am I actually doing here? What am I actually doing here? I'm creating an app? What does that mean? Conversions API, LinkedIn developer products, enhanced sign-in experience, plugins. Okay, so I guess I have to create an app in order to. Okay, well, I'm just gonna assume that I'm doing what I should be doing here. Hopefully I can change this later. Social Pylon, and then enter your company's name. I mean, I do. Yeah, there I am. Privacy policy. I don't have one of those yet. App logo. Right now it's a paperclip. So we'll just do that. Where to go? Oh, there we go. Oh shoot, I just downloaded the entire code base. I didn't mean to do that. Shoot. There it is. We'll do that, I guess. Geez. Okay. It's here. Whatever. I'll ask ChatGPT to generate a. Here, let me pull up a ChatGPT window. One sec. Okay, I'm back. Here we go. So here is my ChatGPT like brain dump and initial like conversation, and then the like building of the prompt. And now I'm gonna say, help me brainstorm ideas for a name for this app. Let's see what it's got. Personal sum down, simplicity, speed, connection, ownership. Okay, one post, dual cast, cross poster, link to the echo cast, mirror poster, Ripple. Ooh, Ripple? I actually like that. Ripple's great. What a great name. And it sounds kind of like Replit. I'm a fan. Deploy. Okay, we're not there yet. I'll do that later. And now let's do. Ooh, I really like Ripple. Ripple's a perfect name for this. Now, please generate an app icon for this app that I'm building. Make it a super sleek, modern, like SaaS app icon style. So it should be very minimalistic, and it should have something that is a visual representation of the ripple effect. So maybe like I don't know. I'll leave you to be as creative, but yeah, just think of like all the world's like top SaaS applications and how clean and geometric and minimalistic their app icons are, and use that style to make a ripple effect app icon. I've actually had really good success with ChatGPT generating my app icons. I'm trying to think of, like the Swift ROI one. Let me show you. Wait for it. Okay, so like here was the first Swift ROI app icon, and it totally sucked. It was awful. And then it turned into that, which, I mean, it was also awful. But then check this out. One sec. Actually, I can show you this. I'm trying to find the where I made the app icon. Here's the first one, and then is this where? No, I had the app icon by now, I swear. Oh, it's because I know why. It's because I used a different I used a custom GPT. One sec. It's fine. I actually don't know why. Why I can't find it, but I'll show you the app itself. Ripple, no, okay, buffer. Here we go. Oh, okay. I mean that wasn't great. Check this out. So here's an app I built with Replit, and that's the logo right there, and I think it looks awesome. And ChatGPT made that. This doesn't look great, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna grab my Swift ROI icon, and I'm gonna say make it look more like this with a transparent background, and make sure it looks like a 3D wave, ripple wave. Well, let me okay, try again, and instead of a like a circular ripple, make it like a, as if the drop point is in the bottom left corner, and then the ripple effect is going like dispersing or emanating to the top right, and so it's almost like a quarter circle segment, and make it look like a 3D ripple wave. So it should have, like instead of using a 2D shape, you give it like a 3D look, so it actually looks like a rippling wave. And I've attached a app icon that I used recently that I think looks really good. So you can use a similar style where it's got some blue gradients, and it has some depth to it, as well as like this kind of semi-transparent glassy look. Also make sure that it has a transparent background, and it is scaled to fit the entire image. Cool, we'll try that. How are we doing here? So that's right. Oh, yeah. So it's waiting for me to come back with a logo. At least I can rename it now. Ripple. That's great. So I'll come back to that. Let's see what it comes up with. Okay. All good there. Okay. It is. I could probably update my. Yeah, I'll just update it later. So we can move on. I'll just drop this in there for now. App logo. Let's see, downloads. Here we go. Create app. Great. Now I need. Here's my client ID. Oh shoot, you guys saw that. Crap. Well, okay, it's fine. Okay, I'll be right back. It looks like my client ID is like more public, and it's the secret that is secret, private, secure. So give me a second while I go and find these and put them in. It was actually, yeah, we're good here. So I just clicked copy here for primary client secret, and I dropped it in here to my secrets, which are stored here in Replit. Okay. So now it's going and doing that. And this is good because if you remember right, when I attempted the connection, the error page said, that's right, it was up here. I could show it. It said you need to pass a client ID parameter. So now we have the client ID parameter. You need to redirect URL to your LangChain. Okay, wait. I have all the information I need. Your app is running. Oh, yeah, okay. Here's what you need to do. Complete LinkedIn setup. You need to add this redirect URI to your LinkedIn app settings. Okay, navigate to OAuth 2, add redirect URI above. Cool. Well, here's my OAuth authorized redirect URL. Boom. Done. That's, let's see. I've added the redirect URI to my LinkedIn app settings. Please finish building the LinkedIn integration. Cool. How are we doing here? Oh, hey, that's a little bit better, kind of. Let's try again. Help me write a new ChatGPT prompt for building or for creating this app icon that I want. So what I want it to look like is a 3D, not 3D. Well, I want it to look like a ripple effect. So imagine that somebody dropped, so there's like this, I don't know how to say this. There's this body of water and somebody dropped a stone into the corner, and then this little like ripple wave is radiating outwards from that corner. I want it to be modern and sleek, but I want it to obviously look like a ripple effect. I don't want it to look like a target. I want it to look like a ripple effect, because the app name is Ripple. Okay, so it's going to give me the prompt. I do this a lot, actually, where I just brain dump into AI and say, now help me convert that into a prompt, and then I go and copy and paste that prompt into something else. So let's try that. Let's see. Create a sleek, modern, minimalist app icon with a transparent background that depicts a ripple effect. Imagine a calm, reflective body of water where a stone has been dropped into the bottom left corner. From that point, smooth, concentric ripple waves radiate outward diagonally toward the top right corner. The waves should be curved arcs, not full circles, to emphasize perspective and motion. A clean, glossy, semi-transparent 3D style. I'm going to get rid of that. Soft blue gradients, no. Okay. I'm gonna get rid of that because I don't know if that's what I actually want. Geometric, yeah, organic, polished, and suitable for, yeah, let's try that. Let's see how it does. All right, LinkedIn integration is now properly configured. Let's try it. Your LinkedIn network will be back soon. We've noticed that you are having a problem reaching LinkedIn. Oh, no, that's not what I want. Let's try this again. Okay, connect. Did I not save it? I saved it. Auth 2 scopes. Products. Advertising, lead sync API. Analytics. Okay. Privacy policy. Auth. Token time to live duration. Access token 2 months. Authenticated. The redirect doesn't seem to be working. I'm guessing is what's going on here. Yeah, that, okay, whatever. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Is it because, oh, I'm realizing that it's using the dev environment redirect. I'm gonna have to fix that when I go live, but it's okay. That should work now because that is my dev environment URL. So I'm gonna, yeah, I'm just gonna say that I'm getting this error. In a few minutes, we'll get you reconnected. I don't know if this is a LinkedIn issue or not. I'm going to check with ChatGPT and say, now when, oh geez, got my Chinese activated. Okay, let's try that again. Now when I click connect, I land on this page saying that it's unable to connect to LinkedIn. Can you help me troubleshoot and fix this? It should use OAuth 2.0 to authenticate me and then connect the app to LinkedIn. Cool, try that. How are we doing on my, what the heck is that? Okay, I'm trying. I guess that's supposed to be like a stone being thrown in the corner. Let's try this. I'm gonna try something else. Generate an image of a ripple effect. Like the effect of one drop falling in water and it rippling across the surface of the water. I'm curious. I'm gonna say I want to see it generate an image of a water ripple, and then I'm gonna ask it to convert it into an app icon. Let's see if that works. Either way, like I think what I found is I get there a lot faster asking, messing around with ChatGPT and getting my prompting just right, than if I were to like go and try to design it myself, right? Because I'm not a designer, I'm not an artist. Oh, there's my LinkedIn. Did it work? Updated LinkedIn integration. Okay. Here I am. Connect. Nope. Let's see what's going on here. Connect. 500. Here's the console output. Let's see. Auth tab, verify these scopes are enabled. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't handle the scopes here, right? So products tab, make sure sign in with LinkedIn using OpenID. Sign in with LinkedIn using OpenID. Oh, okay, that's why. Request access. Okay. Added products. Okay. Okay, that's probably why. And then what did it say? Profile, email, and member with social. Scopes. How do I define scopes? Okay. Good enough, I guess. Let's try it again. Now that I've enabled that, I wonder if this will work now. Boop. Here we go. Oh, yeah, well, there, now you know my LinkedIn email. Oh, geez. I'm new to this whole live streaming while building with APIs thing. Give me a second while I log in here. Okay, this is good. We got this far. Username and photo, create, modify, and delete posts and comments, use primary email address. Right on. Allow. Bing bada boom. There's, well, it's, okay. I thought it was connected. It says it's not connected. Let's check here. Yeah, there it is. OpenID, profile, member. That's all working. Analytics, we got. I was going to see if it shows me any users. I mean, it kind of worked. I thought it worked. Do I have it in the console? No, I don't. Let me try connecting again. Let's see what happens. Yeah, so it says it's, I think it is connected. The app hasn't recognized it yet. Okay, that seemed to work. I was able to land on the LinkedIn OAuth 2.0 page and grant access and permissions. And I was redirected back to Replit, Ripple, the app. But now the app still says that LinkedIn isn't connected, but I think it is connected. So please help me troubleshoot this and fix the app to recognize the connection that has been made. Okay, see that? LinkedIn OAuth is working. You've successfully went through authorization. Looking at the logs, I can see there's a LinkedIn profile fetch error. Okay, so it's gonna go and do that. There, see, that's better. I mean, that actually looks pretty cool. Let's just do that. Well, yeah, whatever. Great. See, I still have a habit of typing. That looks great. Now convert that into a modern SaaS app icon logo with a transparent background. Cool. We'll see how that works. How are we doing here? Okay. I'm checking my streams to make sure. I fixed the LinkedIn profile. Okay. Database shows no connections yet. Fail during fetching. Try connect. Okay. Let's try again. Connections. Connect. And then, oh, I saw like an error. Error connection failed. details. Fetch forbidden. Interesting. I wonder how do I like reset that? Let me try clearing my cache and try to start from scratch here. Okay, connect. Okay, we're good. Yeah, I'm still getting an error. It says error connection. Okay, I'm still getting an error. Let's just tell it to go. I tried again, and I'm still getting an error, and I'm redirected to the home page without the LinkedIn getting connected. Please help me troubleshoot and debug this. So let me check my database also. We got users, sessions, platform connections is still empty. Yeah. Username, encrypted access token, encrypted okay. If it's encrypted, then I should probably be safe to show it to you guys when it comes up. Hopefully. Maybe I should be careful not to do that. So this is again, with vibe coding, there's people like me who honestly have no idea how to follow best security practices. And I'm going to do the best that I can, but I think I want to learn how to build these apps. And I think the only way I'm going to learn how to build them is to just try, right? And hopefully I can, like for example, I won't be able to show you that in an incognito. I wish I could add an incognito like tab and not just a window. That's okay. Okay. Comprehensive logging. Sure. Let's try it. Connections, connect. Yeah, so here's all of that it just did. Okay. Okay, I tried again. Please go and check the logs and help me debug this. How are we doing? That's a little bit better. Yeah. I mean, it did a pretty good job of that. Okay, I'm going to ask it to... This looks pretty good. Now, refine it and polish it to use, and read it, kind of like restyle it to use a 3D glass style and effect. So it should look glassy and semi-transparent. There should be, I don't want it to, I still want it to be like minimalist and sleek and modern and simple. But think of like Apple's new liquid glass design. I want you to try redesigning it like that. Also get rid of the app icon border around it. I just want the ripple effect design. Cool, let's try that. All right, fix the LinkedIn integration issues. Supposedly, your LinkedIn app needs these scopes enabled. All right, try connection button again. Let's try it. Connect. Bummer, something went wrong. Oh, wait, I needed that. I need those console logs. Let's try again. And copy console. I'm getting new errors. Here's the console output. I wonder if I need to kind of start over, right? This is the client stuff. I don't need to, and I can't add new scopes this way. I have to do that through, like, my Ripple app needs to, how do I say that? My Ripple app needs to request those scopes. I fixed it by removing emails that wasn't approved for your app. The LinkedIn integrated now only requests these basic scopes. Try connecting again. Okay, we'll try it. Nope. I wish I could like start over. How would I like, I want to like, I guess I could just start with a new, let's do, I might need to open it in a, yeah. I'm going to open it in another tab, or incognito tab. So, and then I need to switch what page you guys see. 1 second. This one. Okay, so here I am in incognito. Let me, 1 sec. Let me sign into my app with Replit. Okay, here I am signing into the app. And now we're going to try LinkedIn. See, so it's broken. It's really broken. Shoot. Okay, so I want to go. So this is where I need to make some decisions, right? Of like how to proceed. Do we roll back to when it was actually working, when that step was working? Or do we continue to like try to troubleshoot and keep building forward? Unauthorized scope error is what I see up here. What to do? I think I want to go back to where it was actually kind of working. So let me switch my tabs here again. You can't see that anymore because it's gone. Wait for it. This one. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Here we go. So I'm going to try to roll back here. So I get an error when I click the, so that one, I land on this page. That seemed to work. So this was the thing that worked. 3 minutes of work. Let's see. So this checkpoint, I think I want to do, oh, geez. Okay, give me a second. I'm trying to figure out which checkpoint to roll back to. I've fixed the LinkedIn profile fetching issue. That was, okay. That seemed to work. I think this is the one I want. Okay, I guess I can always roll back one more. So I'm gonna roll back this one first. Okay, so that rollback is done. Let's try it here. Okay, yeah, so that's where that was. Now we're gonna come back. So it was, okay, that seemed to work. This one, let's try this one. Okay. Now let's try it. Oh, shoot. There we go. It's not, okay, that's fine. Here I am. Connect. Yeah, it's glitching out as if like we've already like made an authentication. We've already made the connection and my app's just like struggling with it. I wish I could reset that on LinkedIn's side to like think that it's brand new. Team members, analytics. How do I reset it? Generate new client secret. No. Settings. I can verify that. 1 second while I verify my ownership of this. Yes. Verified. I'm done. There you go. How do let's just ask ChatGPT. Ripple, Replit agent, which is asking Claude. So it seems like LinkedIn still recognizes my account as being authenticated and connected to our app. But when the redirect happens, our app doesn't recognize the connection. I think it would be helpful if I could reset it so that LinkedIn can't, I disconnect. I think I actually know how to do that. I'm realizing. I just need to go to LinkedIn and disconnect it. Wow, where would that be? Passkey signed in devices. There it is. Permitted services. Here it is. There we go. There we go. Let's try now. Yeah, good. Okay. Let's do it now. Aha! Okay. Sweet. Redirect. Okay. And then it says error connection failed. Okay. So that was pretty good actually. That was pretty good. So let's try, let me remove that again. I have an idea. I'm going to remove this, and then I'm going to actually roll back to one of our more recent builds. So that was when, geez, the scroll gets stuck sometimes. Here we go. Needs these scopes enabled. Detailed information. Fetch user profile. Let's try this. So I'm going to roll here. And then I've disconnected this. So now it can make the authentication, like the OAuth request again from scratch. I think it needed to request more than it did before. So let's try it. Connections, LinkedIn. Oh, no, that didn't work. Let me try clearing my cache here. Yeah, so that's broken. So now, okay, so that was not a good rollback. So I need to roll back to, yeah, this guy. I still don't know why that scroll gets locked. Let's try here. I think we still had the same error on this build. So Hey, that looks pretty good. It kind of looks like, like the early 2000s Mac OS, like glassy look. I still don't love it. I want to keep trying. Generate an image of a water droplet ripple effect. Yeah, we'll keep on trying that. Okay, it reverted. Here I am. Here I am. Love me. What is that from? I don't remember. I think it's from a Disney movie or something. Okay. Yeah, is it not running? Something's going on here. Ugh, jeez. Okay, so let's go back to when we had the auth working. I remember which one that was now. It was the okay, that seemed to work one. Okay. I have a meeting coming up, so I might not be able to keep building this for much longer. I think we're kind of getting close. Like I think a lot of people would use this. So we'll see. Yeah, that's pretty good. Now convert that into a modern SaaS app icon with a transparent background. No. Let's do that. Okay, here we go. We're good. And when I connect, okay, so here I am. Yeah, here we go. So I'm gonna take a screenshot and I'm gonna say, now when I click the LinkedIn Connect button, I land on this LinkedIn OAuth 2.0 page. But after I grant these permissions and I'm redirected back to Replit, back to my Ripple app, it doesn't recognize the connection. I think LinkedIn, the connection to LinkedIn is working and it's passing the right permissions and authorizations that we need, but our app is failing to receive them and store them and save them correctly. Please help me troubleshoot and fix this. All right. I need to remember to rename it to Ripple app to Ripple in Codebase, because it still thinks it's social pylon, which is great. Okay. I'm gonna wrap this up pretty soon here. I want to get like one successful post. Hey, that's better. That's better. That's pretty good. That's great. Now remove the background and implement this same blue gradient glassy 3D style as the attached image. Oh shoot. That's great. Now remove the blue background and implement this new 3D glassy blue gradient style as the attached image. And then I'm going to attach my Swift ROI one. Not that one. This one. We'll try that. All right, how are we doing here? Implement OAuth state methods in database storage class. Okay, it's working. It's coding, doing all the things that I don't know how to do. Eventually, I mean, so far, I've never really gotten like completely stuck. Like, yeah, I'll hit a wall, I'll have to back up, move around, navigate, rebuild, all of that stuff. But eventually, I've always been able to get there. And like this app that I recently built, this Swift ROI app, like it's freaking awesome. I use it all the time now. For when I'm evaluating partner campaigns. And I think I'm going to use this Ripple app quite a bit. So how are we doing here? It's still thinking about it. You can do it. Remaining TypeScript. So it's fixing the errors that it introduced. Okay, here it is. So it says it did its job. So now it's going to restart the application. I'm going to rerun it. Yep, there it is. And that's just going to break this. At least it usually does. Yeah, we good? We good? I'm going to try it. Connect. Okay. Allow. Not error, connection failed, details, LinkedIn profile failed to fetch, forbidden. After using the LinkedIn OAuth 2.0 to grant permissions, I'm redirected back to the app and I land on this URL with an error message encoded in the URL parameters. Please help me debug and fix this. Yeah, that's great. Look at that. See, I could not design that myself, but I'm going to take it. Here we go. Let me, well, 1 second. This looks awesome. Thank you. Now, just zoom in and crop it to fill the entire image without so much spacing around it. See, even just that, like in the past, I remember when I don't know what, like 6 months ago, you couldn't ask ChatGPT to edit an image. It would just generate an entirely new image. But the fact that I can do that now, where I can just say, hey, keep everything the same and just crop it, like just zoom in for me. It's pretty sweet. I mean, I could crop this myself, but then it wouldn't have as high of a resolution, right? So I think it usually does a good job of this. Let's see how it goes. Okay, fixed OAuth by adding OpenID. Let me remove this. Let me try this again. Connect. Here I am. Allow. Connected true. Hell yeah. Oh yeah. There it is. Connected. Sweet. Okay, let's try it. I want to say, okay. I mean, the app doesn't look very good yet, but let's see if it'll let me post with an image. Let's try it. Dashboard, new post, LinkedIn, first post from my new app, Ripple. There's no way to add an image yet. That's okay. LinkedIn override. Nah, it's fine. Let's see if it works. Post. Nope, didn't work. Failed to create post. Okay. The LinkedIn connection is now working, but when I try to create a post, I get an error. Here's the console output. Please help me debug and fix it. Oh, jeez. Oh, wait. I always forget that my Super Whisper uses my, what do they call it? The clipboard. So I have to paste the thing that I'm holding on to first. Otherwise it'll like overwrite it and lose it. So anyway, here it is. So, I mean, the LinkedIn connection says it's working, at least. It says it's working. Let's see what happens when we fix the post. So, wow. Okay. It did not do what I thought it would do. It's fine. We'll just use this guy. That was great. Okay. And then we're going to go favicon.io. And I'm going to, I'm going to drag and drop this guy in there. Let me get rid of all these. Download. Sorry, you guys can't see what I'm doing right now. I'm saving the app icon image files. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, and now I'm going to come in here and I'm going to go to client. Not a file. I didn't mean to add a file. Add a folder. I want the folder to be public. I've learned to do this, and then I come and I drop those new app icon images. And actually, it's kind of like, wow. Okay, that actually does not look good. I need to upscale that. Give me a second. What was my original? Where's my original? I can download that again. Yeah, I mean, that looks pretty good. Maybe I just need to crop it better. I should probably like start sharing like a screen with you so you can see all that I'm doing instead of just a Chrome window, but for another day. So let's go 750 by 750. And let me center this crop here. That's good enough. And let me do sorry guys, it's probably not fun to watch. Well, I don't have anybody watching anyway, so it's fine. It's fine. I am going to go back to favicon and I'm going to drop this in here and I'm going to download that. Okay, let's see if this is better. Overwrite the files. I mean, kinda. I mean, they're meant to be much smaller than this, so it's fine. I'll do that for now. And then let me show you. So we got Ripple, this one. Boop. Yeah, that looks good. Great. Database storage, database type issue. Okay. While I test it, rename the app to Ripple in the code base and the front end and the back end and in our Replit markdown file and README files. Make sure the app is named Ripple. Also, I've dropped new app icon images into the public folder, please implement the app icons into the app, including the metadata for like the favicon. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. And it says it fixed it, so let's try it now. First post from my new app, Ripple. Post. Nope. Still not working. Let me, platform connections. It says that's working. I'm going to be careful not to show you the things over there, the secret keys. Post publications. Posts. Yeah, it's not working. That's okay. Cross post to Ripple. Yeah. How are we doing on time? I got a little bit. I got another 15 minutes and then I gotta go. I actually don't know why we have a README and a Replit. I think those are supposed to be the same. Consolidate the README and Replit into just one replit.md file. I can add that to the queue. Okay. I mean, it seems to be working. What authentications? OpenID, profile, create, modify, delete posts and comments and reactions on your behalf. Yeah, that's good. Email, primary email address associated with your LinkedIn account. Yeah, so we should be good. I wonder what's going on. The crypto service. What crypto service? what are we talking about here? Crypto. I doubt it's talking like Bitcoin. It's probably like cryptography for like security when passing API requests or something. Hopefully. There's Ripple. I'm gonna also have it like fix the design. Like the app does not look good right now. And I'm gonna have it switch to dark mode because I just like dark mode for everything. Yeah. I'm about an hour into this, right? That's not too bad. And I probably spent like, I don't know, $5 or so on the app. Yeah, there we go. Okay, it's consolidating those two. Oh. Pretty sure this is still not working. First post from my new app, Ripple. Oh, I just want to save that so I don't have to type this every single time. Yeah, see, not working. Bad request. API request. Yeah, we'll check that later. Okay, it's consolidated that. I'm not ready to deploy. Oh, it's still thinking social pylon. It knows it's Ripple, so it's fine. What am I gonna do? That's right. So I was gonna grab this and I paste it first so I don't lose it. I'm still getting an error when I try to submit a post to LinkedIn. Here's the console output. Please help me debug and fix this. I love using Super Whisper instead of typing. For whatever reason, like even if my actual typing and fingers were like faster, for some reason it's just harder to translate my thoughts into words through typing. I mean, I guess that's probably not surprising. I think that most people would agree with that. But I just find myself like rethinking each word more and like refining sentences instead of just like dumping it out. And something I love about these LLMs is the more verbose you are, the better off, for the most part, in my experience, the results are for your prompt. So being able to just be verbose, that's good for me, because I'm quite a verbose kind of guy. Based on the error logs, I can see the issue. The Zod validation is failing because field is required, but the selected platform field is also required, not null. Being sent, I can see that looking at the error that the Zod validation is failing, undefined. Sends as a JSON string, but the insert post schema validation is failing. Field names. Okay. So basically, if I understand correctly, when I select LinkedIn here, there's like a form validation that is broken. And so it's fixing it. Thank you, Replit agent. So it executed this demand. So one thing that I've noticed, part of me wants to like study this and to be like, okay, what is it doing? Why is it doing that? And like basically like learn how it works so that like eventually maybe like I could do this. But right now, all I want to do is build stuff. And, you know, like part of me is thinking like, should I really know what the agent is doing? And like, should I be able to read my own code and debug it myself? But I feel like I'm just operating at a higher level of abstraction. Like, well, one second. I'll pontificate later. Let me try this now. And I saved it, so I don't have to type it again. Nope. Still nothing. Still getting an error. Please, no, I don't want to make it sound mean. Please fix it. Let me know if you need me to do any troubleshooting or whatever. That's fine. See, here I am typing still. That would have been so much faster if I just used Super Whisper. I'm like reprogramming my brain after what, like 8 years of, I mean, okay, I've only been working, I mean, even as a student, I was mostly on the computer. So yeah, about 8 years of like typing. I got to work on it. So it's fine. What I was saying is, I feel like I'm just kind of operating at a higher level of abstraction. Like developers, they don't code at the level of, ones and zeros, right? And I believe a step above that is, and this shows you how little I know, but like a level of abstraction is, there's like the foundational coding languages, like I think like C# or C or something like that. Oh, here we go. Detailed logging. Let me give you something to log here. Boop, bink, bonk, boonk. Maybe, okay, I don't see the logs in the console. I actually don't know where the agent gets their logs. Okay. I just submitted a post again and it failed. Please check the logs and help me debug this. Anyway, so like my understanding is with programming, there's this idea of levels of abstraction. The Crash Course YouTube channel has a really good series on computer science, and it talks a lot about this and how you start at the level of transistors, which are ones and zeros, and then you get up to like logic gates, And then you get up to, I mean, I don't know exactly what all the steps are, but eventually you get to like these more like close to the hardware coding languages, which is like, I think C is one of them. And then you keep on going higher onto these different levels of abstraction. And it like, when I'm coding here in JavaScript, like it's actually getting translated down into C or something, and then down into logic gates and down into transistors, right? Okay, it's asking me to do it again. Come on. It says it's adding comprehensive error logging, but I don't see any errors being logged in the console. I mean, I guess there's this console. The detailed logging I added should have shown the actual values being validated. I submitted another post request. Please check the logs and debug it. Does it show? Where's my... So I'm looking at the logs here to see. This issue is puzzling. The logging statements aren't showing up in the console, which means the error is happening earlier. There it is. Posts, connections, stats. Oh shoot, wait, what did I just do? No, crap. What did I do? Oh, I asked agent accidentally. Shoot. Crap. What did it say it was gonna do? Well, I guess I have to start it over. I interrupted it. Okay, here's the posts. Okay. I attempted to submit another post and got an error. Please check the console logs for the debugging logs and help me debug this and fix it so that I can successfully submit a post to LinkedIn. Okay, so it should now go and read. API post handled raw request body user ID. It's interesting. It's as if like it doesn't. It's like the front end isn't connected to the back end at all. With required for a string field. I mean, a lot of this is like undefined. Selected platforms, undefined. You know, like, but I did select a platform. Error details, odd error, invalid type. User ID is required. Content is required. Yeah. So what I think is confusing is, like right now, it says got user ID, but then raw request body selected platforms, like raw selected platforms value undefined, but I did select a platform, right? Data being validated, user ID, selected platforms, platform arrive schedule. Interesting. Like, I wonder if the code like is messed up where I select LinkedIn, submitting a post to see enhanced debugging output. Oh shoot, I gotta go.